Hi people, it's Archivist here coming at you with a nostalgic top 5. Like many of my fellow gamers, I loved the PlayStation 2. It had an absolutely insane number of games, and well, a lot of them were very good. So today I'm taking a look back at my top 5 favourite franchises from the PlayStation 2 era.
Number 5.
The Jak and Daxter series was one of those quintessential PS2 platformers that I absolutely loved. Although I definitely enjoyed Jak 3 and Jak 2, I have to express a special preference for Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I remember being dazzled by the colourful graphics and gripped by the compelling gameplay. The story may have not been perfect, but it was certainly entertaining enough for me. It wasn't that the game felt way ahead of its time, or even introduced innovative never before seen mechanics, it was just a solid and above all else fun experience.
Number 4.
Back in the PlayStation 2 era, I was a Star Wars fanatic. I loved all 6 films to varying degrees, and so when LEGO Star Wars came out, I was overjoyed. I remember loving LEGO Star Wars for all the characters you could collect, and the original trilogy brought with it even more features. While I definitely enjoy the voice acting in some of the more recent LEGO games, there was a certain charm to the silent, pantomime humour of LEGO Star Wars.
Number 3.
To this day, I still think of the original Ratchet and Clank games as some of the funniest video games I've ever played. The gameplay was a combination of platforming and shooting with an emphasis on crazy over-the-top guns. With gliding being all the rage back then, it was only natural that your robot companion doubled as a helicopter backpack. The voice acting was suitably over the top, the characters were delightfully bizarre, and the explosions were insanely chaotic.
Number 2.
When I first played God of War 2, I was hooked on the violent combat and epic tale inspired by Greek mythology. Naturally, after finishing it, I went back and played God of War 1 in a mad desire for more. What stood out to me most about these games though were the epic boss battles. I wasn't used to such a grand scale. Even fighting the small enemies was entertaining, and the gruesome finishes made my victories all the more satisfying.
It's number 1.
Sadly, I didn't get to play any Grand Theft Auto games until very late in the PlayStation 2's life cycle. I had heard rumours about how amazing the series was, and when I finally got my hands on GTA 3, I was hysterically happy, but some of the features I had heard about were nowhere to be seen. I later learned that San Andreas was the game my friends had been talking about, and so only a few weeks later, I decided to upgrade. At the time, what impressed me most about the game was the open world. It was much bigger than GTA 3 and had a lot more to offer. San Andreas is the top selling game on the PlayStation 2, and it's not too difficult to see why. These were my top 5 PlayStation 2 game franchises. Be sure to let me know your favourite PS2 games in the comments below. Perhaps you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, or maybe you really enjoyed the Metal Gear Solid games. As always people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Subscribe to the Archivist 42 channel for gaming top 5s, reviews, and more.